is recognized.
I rise today in support of the underlying legislation, H.R. 998, the Scrub Act, and urge adoption of my amendment. The Retrospective Regulatory Review Commission, created in the Scrub Act, is an important tool to help Congress reclaim its constitutional role of serving as a check to the executive branch, and will help bring back jobs and opportunity to hardworking Americans. In 2016 alone, the Obama administration added 97,110 pages to the Federal Register. That's over 75 times more than the Bible, without any of the good news. These rules and regulations accumulate with no relief and touch every aspect of life, all the way down to record-keeping for contact lenses, vending machine food labeling, and walk-in freezer testing. Of the over 3,500 final regulations issued in 2016, 34 will cost over $100 million, and 105 are deemed to have significant impacts on small business. We need to reduce this regulatory burden on American households and small businesses, which costs the economy over $2 trillion per year. The Congressional Review Act gives Congress 60 legislative days to introduce and pass into law disapproval resolutions overturning a rule or a regulation. Once agency actions are overturned using this process, agencies are unable to reissue substantially in the same form a regulation or guidance in the future. A little-known provision in the Congressional Review Act requires federal agencies to submit to Congress and the Government Accountability Office a report on the rule or regulation. The 60-day clock for congressional action begins either when the rule is published or when Congress receives this report, whichever comes later. Independent studies have shown many rules since 1996 have been implemented without this report, often due to federal agencies' push to hastily implement new rules. This means that there are still many rules and regulations that may still be eligible for Congress to overturn using the Congressional Review Act disapproval resolutions process. My amendment to the Scrub Act requires the Retrospective Regulatory Review Commission to consider for removal rules and regulations for which Congress did not receive the report, as required by the Congressional Review Act. According to the GAO, approximately 29% of final rules failed to submit required reports in 2013. This prudent step will help give Congress the opportunity to, where appropriate, make use of the Congressional Review Act disapproval process to expedite the rollback of flawed rules and regulations that are choking our economy. With that, Mr. Chairman, I reserve the balance of my time.